So we're going to get this problem to be simplified to a radical, and then we're going to simplify. So because the parentheses is there, 3/2 power gets applied to 81 and the x. If it didn't have the parentheses, so for example, if you have 81 x to the 3/2 power, you leave the 81 alone. You're only working on the x. 3/2 power only applies to the x here, so we'll do this later. Okay, going back to this problem, we're going to do the x first. Because there's a square root, because there's a square power, this becomes your square root x to the third. Again, whatever that's on the denominator of your exponent becomes your root. Okay, so then you know how to simplify this. 1x will come out, square root of x. Do the same thing here. So instead of x, we're substituting the 81. It should look exactly like what we have right here. So 81 to the third power. And you know 81 comes out, and one of the 81 stays inside. But we're not done here, because square root of 81 actually gives you 9. So let's drop the 81 times 9, and x square root of x. We could multiply this, and you're going to have 729 x square root of x, and you have just simplified all of this. Okay, now going back to the second example that I gave you, leave the 81 alone, and then you have your square root of x to the third. You're going to take out one of the x's. 81 x square root of x will be your final answer. So you could see the difference here. When you have the parentheses, 3/2 power gets applied to 81 and the x. When there is no parentheses, 3/2 power is only applied to the x. And that's it.